Okay, first hour, Algebra 2. Today should be Wednesday the 13th. And this will actually be the last day of new stuff today. Tomorrow you'll just have kind of a wrap-up review of the week homework to do. But today we're going to look at trinomials, 3 terms where we have to do bottoms up. Why do we have to do bottoms up? Because we have a lead coefficient that's not equal to a 1. So remember, and you probably already do, so you may be able to get through this pretty quickly, but remember you still calculate your multiply number the same way, and that is you take the first times the last. So our multiply number here is negative 10, not just negative 5. You got to do the 2 times the 10, 2 times the negative 5 and get negative 10. Your add number is 9. It's always the middle number. You don't have to worry about that add number. It's always the middle number. Then you play that little game of how can you multiply to get negative 10 and add to get positive 9. It would be a positive 10 and a negative 1. And we set it up just like we did yesterday for starters. And we have to realize that this is not our answer, and we should visually see that. You can see it right there. 10 times 1 is not going to give me that 5 in the back. And also x times x will not give me 2x squared. All right? So why hasn't it worked yet? Well, it's because of that 2, that's that lead coefficient. We have to come down here and divide both sides by 2. And then if we get a fraction that we can reduce in any way, shape, or form, then we need to do it. Well, 10 divided by 2 is 5. If we get a fraction we can't reduce, like 1/2, then what do? We do the bottom up, and we get 2x minus 1. Now we can see we're in business here because when we do x times 2x, we get our 2x squared. And when we do 5 times negative 1, we get our negative 5. So got a lot of arrows going there, but there is the factorization on that number, on number 1 here. It'd be x plus 5 times 2x minus 1. So if you want to try number 2 on your own here before I do it, press pause and get to it. Okay? But here we go. Our multiply number, 15 times negative 4. What is that? That's a negative 60. Our add number in the middle is negative 4. What will do that? Some combination of a 6 and a 10. One of them has to be negative to give me my negative 60. It would be negative 10. That would give me my negative 4. Okay? So I start out with x plus 6 times x minus 10. And again, then I'm going to let this 15 do its job. So I'm going to divide 6 by 15 and 10 by 15. Now the rule is here, if you can reduce this fraction, reduce it. Well, 6 over 15, we can divide those both by 3 and get 2/5. Then we would do the bottoms up and get 5x plus 2 on that factor. 10 over 15, we can divide by 5 and get 2/3. Then we would do our bottoms up and get 3x minus 2. And real quickly, we can take a quick little check here. What's 5x times 3x? That's our 15x squared. 2 times negative 2 is that negative 4 in the back. We're in good shape. There is our factorization. Okay, so that's a little review of bottoms up when that lead term has a coefficient that's not equal to 1. It's not just simply to multiply and add only. You got to divide by that lead term. Now, putting that into a rational format, fractional format, you could get problems that look like that. Now again, what will we do here? We saw yesterday, and hopefully you remember, don't you dare try to divide 6 and 4 by 2 and get a 3 and a 2 up there. You cannot do that. Or do not try to cancel your x's. Either the x squareds or the x's in the middle. You cannot do that. You look at them kind of like 2 problems in one. You got a problem up here on the top, which looks like one from yesterday because there's a 1 in front of it. We would simply say, what's our multiply number there? Negative 6. What's our add number? Negative 5. And what would we get out of that? We would get negative 6 and positive 1. So the top of this, the numerator, becomes an x minus 6 and an x plus 1. And remember what you're hoping. You're hoping that somewhere down here on the bottom, maybe there's another x minus 6 you get to cancel, or possibly an x plus 1 that you get to cancel. That's how you're going to cancel. Okay, so we got to figure out what's on the bottom of this thing. In this denominator, well, here we go. It's a bottoms up problem. So what we calculate our multiply number as usual. 3 times negative 4 would be negative 12. Our add number in the middle is a negative 1. And that would be what? Negative 4 and positive 3. So it would be an x minus 4 and an x plus 3. Then we let the 3 do its job. We divide 4 by 3 and 3 by 3. Can't reduce 4 thirds, so we'll move it up, bottoms up, get 3x minus 4. We can reduce 3 over 3 and make it be x plus 1. So our denominator factored into 3x minus 4 and an x plus 1, and we get lucky. We get x plus 1s, we get to cancel. So our final answer here is x minus 6 over 3x minus 4. Okay, so that's how you put this into a rational format and simplify. All right, now again, let's see here. Did I remember to do it on this one? Yes, I did. There's your 2 homework problems. You can either copy out of the video or you can go look at the document or print the document that I attached to it. Okay, and submit your picture. Tomorrow there will not be a video. You'll just have a homework picture to submit of a review of this week. That'll be it. Okay? All right.